Well, hello, new friends. I'd like to welcome all of you to Steve's collection, even though you're technically Jessica's.
Oh yeah, thanks for having us. So, do you know where we're getting displayed at?
Yeah, I don't see any empty shelves down here for us.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. If I'm being honest with you guys, you're not really long for this collection.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you see, Five Nights at Freddy's figures don't really last too long around here. There's a certain somebody that's not really into you guys. Well, that's my cue to get out of here. Good luck, everybody.
What are you thinking meant by good luck?
Oh, there's no luck here.
Listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve.
My name's Arnes.
And today we have finally...
The nightmare has already begun, Steve. Where are they?
It's for me to know and you to find out.
Oh, great. This is going to be an awesome video. Let's do this.
Hells yeah. But we got the Jazwares,
Jaspers, I think it was.
Jazwares. Endo series of the Five Nights at Freddy's Classic Freddy and Withered Freddy. It's a collector figure. You get one set. Comes with both of them. Oh, the eyes glow? Okay, I actually did not pay that much attention to that. But you'll see currently they are not in the package. That's because this one technically we didn't do an unboxing live. Chica we did. This one I kind of opened up and did some photos for the Discord with a certain Toy Story character.
Yeah.
But got it from GameStop because, to my knowledge, it's the only real place to get a hold of these guys is GameStop and the Jazware site, but they've been sold out. Although GameStop does get these back in periodically because that's how I was able to get a hold of this one. This one still eludes me and it annoys the crap out of me that it does.
Hard to find, huh?
Yeah, I don't want to pay the $200 it's going for on eBay right now.
No.
Because these ones were about $80 to $100 a piece when I was looking them up, and then Foxy was like, kind of sucks because when I was originally trying to grab these guys, he was expensive, but not. He was like in that same $80 range, and now he's like $200, and I'm like, man, I probably should have just hopped on him when he was at the 80. But I got a hold of these guys all at retail, so I was kind of hoping that I would be able to get that one. Yeah, and so far that has not been the case. So yeah, for the backdrop, you actually get a cool little back piece here to be able to possibly use to display with your figures.
Hey, if you never get the Foxy, we'll replace Foxy with Rodin. And that'll be the joke.
So you could take this out and kind of use it as a backdrop. All of this reminds me more of
a disco.
There's that. And also the second game. More than the first game because of the entryway there.
The first game, or
technically it's the first. Well, it's the first game in the Withereds, which I think are technically the guys in the second game.
Oh.
So it sort of makes sense.
Makes sense that way.
But anyways, since we've already gotten him opened up out of his cardboard prison, usually there's like a little transition and stuff that we do, but
oh god,
we're gonna make life easy today. Although now that I did this, I have to remember which parts go to which because they each come in different sections. As you can see, there's the Freddy. Actually, I should probably move the camera. There we go. There's our Endo.
Love it.
Hi. But yeah, I probably should have figured. That's dirty, so that is Withered. That's Withered. This might take a minute. We'll come back. Why is there a gizmo? I've been looking for this thing forever. Where did this come from?
It was in there.
Hold up. Go on, adventure. So up there, I got it's the Spider Gremlin and Gizmo fighting the Spider Gremlin. Problem is, he fell down one day, and I lost where the stupid bow thing went. But there it is.
It was inside of Five Nights at Freddy's stuff.
But how? It's been sitting on like the shelf here, and then when my basement randomly water was coming into it, I put these things out in the other room, so they weren't even in my office. Such noticing there's a little gap there. So how? Okay, so that's clean. That's dirty. Okay, so I think we got everything sorted. So for the figure itself, this is Freddy. Be terrified, be afraid, be very afraid.
But I thought there was a human inside.
Well, they try to shove a person inside of the thing. But if it doesn't have a person inside, it has one of these little fancy guys. Which, for the detailing, not like it's got a decent amount of molded detailing. I kind of wish it was maybe a bit more weathered looking.
It's like, it's not generic, but you know what I mean? It's like, it's generic mold. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to explain what I'm trying to say. It's
metallic gray plastic that they speckled a little bit of black on here and there, and that's the detail. The face looks good. Like, in terms of detailing, really solid. It just could have maybe used like a little bit of a black wash.
From the other side, looks like a Lego piece. The head.
Honestly, the entire thing kind of looks like it's a Lego piece. Gonna be honest. So this is the structure for your Freddy figure. For its articulation, it can
it?
Rotate side to side. The jaw can open and close. The arms are on little ratchet joints. So there is a bit of... You don't hear the clicking, but you can feel it for the sections here. But they can rotate at each of the sections and then are on a hinge. Same with the hands, which are super stiff on this guy. And I don't really want to mess with them too much. That doesn't want to go either. Am I sure that actually is a hinge? It looks like a hinge. Probably needs to be heated up, but it doesn't want to function.
No, Steve, keep going until you break it.
And then his waist. Got a lot of gyration there. Legs. Does an okay splits. It's got a hinge here for the hip. And then a rotation at the top of the thigh. These can go forward and back. You actually go in both directions, so you got to pay attention to where the holes are set up at to know which way is front and backwards. Then the feet can go forward and back. A little rotation side to side. So, my best way... So the way I feel like... I'm trying to think of the best way to word this. Okay, so for this figure, the experience that this gives me when I mess around with this thing is like when you're building a Gundam, like a Gundam model kit, or just a model kit in period, and you failed. And you have to pry the thing. You know what, like when you mess up and you're like, oh, I put something in the wrong spot, so you have to sit there and pull the thing back apart?
Yeah.
That's what this entire thing is in a nutshell.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but the way these guys come apart, you have to literally peel them from the separations here. Some of these are a bit easier than others. I get a little terrified that I'm going to break them. But for clean Freddy, so you insert them there. And then
does it like click in the eye? Yeah, there. That's
so that'll pop in. Then you click this back on to the back here. Then you grab the jaw piece. You'll see there's that little peg on the bottom here. That pegs into the jaw. So now you get the...
And you can see the endoskeleton inside.
Yeah, just like you could in the game.
Yeah.
I like it with just the head on, though. It's like, hey, boys.
Hey. Put some boots on him, that's all he needs.
And then you just kind of do the same thing with everything else. So you'll see there's like the little peg hole here. That's how you know that's the front.
But it looks like the feet and the arms you actually replace.
Nope. Well, yeah, the feet and the hands.
Yeah, sorry, the hands.
But everything else is... You got that little gap section there. You get your nail in there.
Jesus, I'd break all my nails.
Pry it apart. That's a thigh, right? So that'll go there.
That looks like a pain in the butt.
It's a bit time consuming, I will admit.
You sure you got the clean one and not the dirty one?
It's got a little like scuffing on the back there. Which I don't know. I don't think it's from anything I've done because he's, like I said, he's been literally sitting in a his little crate since I got him open. But when you're assembling these, if you feel like something isn't going in right, it's probably because you put it on the wrong section, because these do kind of line up how they're supposed to. So, for instance, the little holes here, one of them's slightly bigger than the other.
Steve, you're so horrible today.
Giggity. Then make sure that's towards the front. Then we got his little knees here. Oh, actually, how does that go on? Because I'm not sure that's the knee, or is that his elbow? That might be his elbow. Or no, this is his shoulder. Yeah. Yep, that's a shoulder joint. At least I think. I don't actually know. So that goes there.
Confusing.
And then that lines up there. If you had them set up properly in the tray, it's not as complicated, but we made it a little bit more difficult. Because that's just how I like things to go in my life. Trying to figure out where the slot is. So there's that little piece of peg there. That. Oh, you know what? This isn't even remotely for the right piece. This is for this leg. I'm just now noticing. So that'll go there. Which means this is backwards. Like so.
It is very oddly confusing, to be honest with you.
Pull that apart.
Don't be
This
a
looks like it's for the arm. Or oh, this was, sorry, shoulder. But also, like, I noticed with Chica is I took that thing straight out the package and started messing around with this while we were doing the unboxing, and the limbs were in the wrong positioning, just straight up the get-go.
Really?
Yeah, so I had to do the same thing where I was just like finessing with the parts until I got them all in the right direction.
So it doesn't really matter then. You can be a Steve. Just dump it.
Yeah.
Be more exciting anyways.
That's all we live for. We live for the excitement. I think I got that backwards. So I'm pretty sure the junk should be in the front. He should have more of a flat backside. Like so. Oh man, we still got so many more parts to attach to this guy. This takes forever. I think for the Withered, we are going to do that off camera. But just kind of want to give you guys an example of how long it takes to generally assemble one of these guys. So I'm now realizing one of the legs, oh, I see it, is with the Withered pile. That one goes there. Straighten the arm out a little bit. That one. That goes. Okay, so this one was in the right direction. Pop that in. Now for the feet. Take the feet off.
No, at least they're easy to come off.
Yeah, I noticed those feet come off easy. These ones, at least on Chica, were a bit of a pain. Bollocks. Takes a bit of force.
Easy come off, hard to put on.
Yeah, this side part, I would almost recommend using a hairdryer or heating it up in some way.
Yeah, that's actually giving you a hard time. Look at that.
There we go. Thankfully, it's a bit on the stronger side.
At least the design was right, I guess.
And
God, I hope so. It's an endoskeleton, you know?
although I think it's kind of weird that this is how big the hand is on the endo, and then this is how big the Freddy hand is. And I would think they would be the same size, right? If anything, the Freddy hand should be bigger.
Yeah.
Bam! Got a Freddy Fazbear. Now, on a fun note, you lose a lot of articulation putting this together.
It looks like you would lose quite a few.
Chica wasn't nearly, I don't think was as bad, but we'll get to her video. But you still get the rotation from the head. The arms, like the shoulder still gets quite a bit of range. But because this is here now, and just the whole piece in general, it can't go down nearly as far because the stomach gets in the way. You lose the majority of your elbow. But it still gets a little bit of play with it. Hand works better. The legs can go forward and back decently, and then you still get a pretty good bend at the knee. Again, just not as well. One thing I will say in this thing's favor is, unlike the Funko Pop ones, at least this doesn't fall apart when I'm trying to just pose this thing.
I don't miss those days.
Yeah,
At least this guy's staying together.
Which is honestly kind of in this thing's favor, because me messing around with this, it's not falling apart, and as you can see, you have to like fully assemble this thing.
He'll definitely stand by himself, so it's not like an issue like where the joints will bend.
Yeah, or even I was thinking these parts popping off real easy too. Just moving it around, these things loosening up over time. Works really good. And for the Freddy, detail's really nice. Noticing the eyes got like a little bit of a paint imperfection. But face looks good. This guy's a little hat. One thing that definitely stands out to me, though, especially with his little bow, is I kind of wish he had his microphone.
You didn't get no accessories?
No accessories.
Huh.
So maybe kind of nice to have had like a hand with the microphone in it. Would have been kind of cool.
Yeah.
I think it honestly is probably my biggest gripe. And then, like I said, it having a little bit of that damage here on the back.
I can tell that even from way back here, Steve.
Yeah, it's scuffed somehow. And I don't, like I said, it's pretty much,
yeah.
haven't really messed around with it too much personally. So I don't think it's
from
that, from us anyways. But solid enough detailing. We'll pause the video and we'll slap on the Withered parts just so you guys can see how that looks. Then the comparisons. Alright, so we got Withered fully assembled, and if I'm going to be honest, it's probably my least favorite of the Withereds. In terms of like Bonnie Chica and them.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
Because it's pretty much just dirty Freddy with some holes in his limbs here and there, which do look solid. It's just like gap plastic, and then you can see a little bit of the endo underneath it, which is kind of cool. Like, again, I love this like little gimmick because there's an animatronic underneath all this. It makes it feel a bit more actually like the character instead of it just being like a straight up action figure. And being able to see the little endo mouth on the inside is too.
I do like the whole gimmick and the concept of it, though, honestly.
Yeah. He's got a little bit of black going on here and there just to kind of give him a bit more of a dirty appearance. I think they probably could have went a little bit harder, especially in certain sections, because you see like the back of his head's got quite a bit of a wash going on to it.
Yeah.
Then his body doesn't really have too much of it. But on the front, there's a bit more of a wash. And it's just, I know with doing washes, inconsistency is better than symmetry. Because if everything looks the same, it doesn't seem like it's properly weathered. It doesn't look realistic. While with this, since it's so heavy here, you would think it would be in these other sections too. So, not bad. In terms of the detailing, I do like it, but I think I like the regular one a little bit more.
Okay, so I was going to do some comparisons. Because usually how we film these videos is Arnes comes over, we open the figures, we do the reviews, and then post-production I do the photos after he's left and toy comparisons and stuff. But honestly, I can't find them. All I have is just the tray of parts to go with them. Also, I just realized my hair is a hot mess right now on my face. So, my apologies. We don't really got any Freddy figures to really compare them with anyways, because they're all kind of not around anymore. Like, I guess, like, there's that dude. I got face, like, that's how big the toy face is next to that one. Pretty cool. Have you seen anything? See anything going on down here? Like, who took the Freddy stuff? It's weird. So, I guess apologies. He's not saying much right now. So, hopefully for the next video we'll have something. So overall for the Five Nights at Freddy's Endo Series, Freddy.
Freddy, yeah.
Overall, I really enjoy this. It's probably the best Freddy Fazbear action figure that we've had on the channel.
It's unique. I like the uniqueness of it. You know what I mean? The whole endoskeleton and everything. I like that. At least I do.
Yeah, it's like a weird hybrid between a model kit and an action figure.
Yeah.
Like, it gives you a little bit of both worlds. But it's unlike a model kit. It doesn't feel like it's going to fall apart while you're messing around with it. Which is kind of nice. I wish it maybe had, especially for the Withered, a little bit more detailing to make it look more Withered. But that being said, this kind of feels like a model kit. So I almost don't feel bad if I want to modify it a little bit.
Yeah.
But with the price points that these things are going for right now, I also don't really want to mess with it because of that.
If you can find them in a store price, yeah, it's not bad at all.
Yeah, for $30, it's sweet. Outside of, I think it should have came with some accessories like the
mic.
The mic, yeah, that's the bottom. I couldn't think of what it was. Yeah, the microphone would have been sweet. And it's a little bit weird because this is technically two figures in one. So you have to display it as either Freddy or Withered. You can't really have both unless you bought both. But then if you bought multiples, you have a bunch of extra pieces that you don't need.
Somebody might be selling an endoskeleton online, you know what I mean? That's the only way you'll get an extra one.
Actually, I kind of hope they maybe just sell endoskeletons. Like maybe do like an endoskeleton accessory set or something where you get endo with parts.
Yeah.
Would be kind of cool. But then again, you're still going to end up with a bunch of extra parts. But I would much rather have random extra parts for characters than having a bunch of extra limbs laying around.
Yeah, this
that I'm not
variety
using
in that way of what they can do, what you can do with it.
Yeah, which is cool. So it's like I said, it gives you enough. It gives you enough variety for your display. Like if you get bored with this, you can switch it up to the suits, which you can't really do with most normal action figures.
Yep.
Like it's like, okay, you can pose them a little differently. That's really all you could do. While this, you could literally just be like, I don't feel like this character anymore. We'll make him a different one, which I think is a nice little touch. But what do you guys think? If you guys picked up this figure, what's your favorite Five Nights at Freddy's video game, or is Willy's Wonderland just more your thing? Still my personal favorite thing. Still best Five Nights at Freddy's movies, Willy's Wonderland.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it,
we're going to get some down ticks for that one, but I love that one. Make sure to let us know in the comment section below. And Nick helps to beat those kaijus by hitting that like button, subscribe, become a ranger today. We got Instagram, Patreon, TikTok, Facebook. Guys, like keep up the day with channel donate. Greatly would appreciate it. We got a Patreon if you guys want to help donate. We got a Discord attached to it. We got a Dashery if you guys like to get our logo on some apparel. We got a gaming channel, which we might start trying to play these at some point.
It'll be fun. They
Yeah,
have
I
them
was
on
gonna
Xbox.
I think I have it installed on Xbox.
Yeah.
So at some point we might record it for the channel. I know, yeah, because we had Shin played it the one time.
Yep.
Yeah, we got to come back to that. Anything else? Oh, if you guys like to pick up Freddy's stuff, link in the description for Entertainment Earth. Helps support our channel, especially if you utilize that free shipping. But anyways, see you guys in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.